Assalamualaikum and hello to my friends, especially to my madam, Wan Noriza binti Gadiran. Today I will present about my proposal with title usage of plastic bags among UTHM students. Okay, firstly, I want explain about background study. Every year, 1 trillion of plastic bags are used, equally to millions per minute. Different country have different usage level, but entire world has to commit to reducing the usage. It is a fantastic material to has greatly improvement, but at the same time, it has killed many animals and plants and destroy the beauty of the planet. Lot of problems associated with plastic bags. That's why bans and fees are in place in many countries. The first country do uh, this initiative is Denmark, whereby charge limit for use of plastic bag. So the usage of plastic bags dropped by 60% quite quickly. In Ireland, the use of bag tax for every single use of plastic bags, and the result is 90% drop in bags usage and the great reduction in litter. The purpose of our study to identify the uses of plastic bag among the UTHM students. The place is UTHM Pago. There are two faculties for the UTHM Pago. They are the Center of Diploma and the Faculty Engineering Technology. The major problem of these uses of plastic bag is four. They are the increasing of the used plastic bag among the student. The second, the attitude of students who often use plastic bag. The third one, the culture of using garbage plastic is hard to change. And the fourth, the use plastic waste that can cause the environment pollution. Our objective of group proposal is to identify the statistic users among the UTHM students. And the second one is the effect of high users plastic bag in the per person. And the third one is to find the solution of problem statement.
The significance of study. The study is significant because it will provide the indispensable fact about the effect of the usage of plastic bag among UTHM students. It will create or help to raise a millennium of awareness about the effects of using plastic bags and littering in the public, particularly to the person who will be directly involved in the situation. The findings which have resulted from the study will have the capacity to impact upon the attitude and resolution currently undertaken in the university. Other than that, the opinion of students toward the problem of usage of plastic bags will be explored and collected. University administrators will thus know the response from the UTHM students if the number of usage of plastic bags expand and able to realize the factor of what plastic bag will do to our Mother Earth. Neither in long or short term, the study will serve as the basis for future plan of action by the university administration with regards. Limitation of study. The study may limit by its small sample size and population as the selected respondent will only be the UTHM students who frequently uses plastic bags. It may not be able to represent the whole population. Besides that, respondent may be forgetful, not thinking within the full context of the situation, which will affect the validity of the questionnaire survey, as there is a level of subjectivity that is not acknowledged. The questionnaire is standardized, so it is not possible to explain any point in the question that respondent might misinterpret. This not only affects the data but also the fidelity of the survey.
Okay, I will explain about definition of key. Definition of key, they have three plastic bag. The first one is plastic bag. The second is attitude, and the third one is culture. For the plastic bag, definition of plastic bag. Plastic bag is container of tin. This example is the plastic flexible and fabric. Okay, plastic bag is used for the containing and transporting goods such as food, book, magazine, and anything of the stuff. Plastic bag is very harmful and very effect to human health and environment. Okay, for the attitude for the purpose of the study, attitude means the readiness of education student using a plastic bag in daily life. Whether you want to reduce or do some campaign to make student realize high uses of plastic bag will affect to the environment and very harmful. So the definition of attitude in education student need to change to reduce the plastic bag uses in daily life. Okay, for the culture, the definition for culture is we need to change our culture and method from using the plastic bag to basket or green bag. Example for green bag, we can use many times. We no need to use the plastic bag and can reduce the plastic bag from our lifestyle. So the definition for culture in our study is to change education student lifestyle from using the plastic bag very frequently.
For methodology, quantitative and qualitative research method will be used to achieve objective, which includes survey of questionnaire and interview to a student. A questionnaire survey will be developed in a way that is easy to answer and randomly fill up to see view of UTHM campus student living residential college. Respondent consists of 50 students who use the Google form stage. The questionnaire contains 10 questions related to the use of plastic bag. The interview will be deal identify the impression of from inadequate college for UTHM student to get a good idea. Interview will minimum 3. The participant will be recorded video. For a finding and discussion, at the end of the research, we gather 61 respondent consists of UTHM student. So we highlight a few questions for this for discussion. The first question is always use a plastic bag. So the figure show the percentage of UTHM student on frequently use a plastic bag is 86.7% always use, while 13.3% don't always use a plastic bag. So the next question is use of plastic bag per week. So the figure show display the number of plastic bag used by UTHM student per week. Majority of the student of 46.7% using 10 plastic bag on daily routine, while 15 of the students use a 20 plastic bag a week. There are also a small percentage of students use about 30 bag per week. At the end, at the end of the plastic bag use waste disposal. So the next question is the aware about harmful effect the high usage plastic bag to the environment. So the figure show the percentage of awareness about harmful effect of high usage plastic bag to environment. Only 4.9% do not aware of the effect out of 100%. So the last question is what initiative of reduce of plastic use. So the figure show multi solution given by UTHM student. About 49.2% agree on using green bag, and 27.9 goes on making rule on a day without use a plastic bag every week. Some other solution advertise on effect of high use plastic bag and use a paper bag instead of plastic bag.
As for conclusion, for our research, our respondents are consisting of students from UTHM, from FTK department. They varies from different races, culture, ethnic, local and foreign students. As for the findings, students are aware of the use of plastic bags on regular basis. Students suggest solution to improve in a way to nourish the earth from the next generation, to taste the earth and save the environment. Majority of the students suggest on using bags, which is green bags, instead of plastic bags. Other students suggest on using paper bags, while the rest insist on make advertisement on the effect of using plastic bags. And also some suggest on making rule on a day without plastic bag every week. Even the ideology, concept and concern of the UTHM students are different, but the goal is the same, to reduce the usage of plastic bags. This conclude of every FTK UTHM students receives this message we want to deliver and make the student to wonder the effect and factor that plastic bag can do, which lead to pollution.
Okay, for the recommendation, based on our research, we would like to recommend a few of aspects that could help improvise future research regarding this matter. First, the scope of the methodology could be make broader for gathering data. For example, aside for the online questionnaire, other method that can be practiced could be interview direct for the respondent with the selected and fixed question for them, and then the method this method for the different is could help in providing more valid questionnaire. For the second one, another recommendation will be a respondent selection rather than having respondent from a UTHM student. It is recommended to pick the respondent through all the area of the PAGO, because this help in accuracy and consistency of the data and the wider selection of sample. Okay, lastly, our recommendation is regarding on the PAGO being a rural area. So, for the better understanding toward the situation on the research, it is recommended to perform the research and at another area, because this is the situation is for comparison, and the accurate data will get, because the comparison between the data will clarify the objective with situation better in the accuracy to the problem in this matter.